Mainland Meeting, 1776 July 4. The beautiful benefit matches 13 states of Zhong countries consistently, Declaration of Independence that pass. Along with the development of the world business, a race must relieve its give with the God with the political contact and the acquisition physical law of the another race of, in the worldwide different countries independence and equal position, there the respect human public opinion and must publicize to order about their independent reason. We think the following the truth and does not talk but the everyone living's but equal, the Creator give its some not deprivable rights, include the right of life, free power with pursue the happiness's rights, the world government is set up for guarantee these rights as of, the government's proper power come from to be managed of approbation, when any government form endanger these targets, people there will be the power to them that then changes or abrogates and according to may give most principle to bring the safety and happiness to assign the form with power to establish the new government. Really, from the deliberation, not should because of slight with brief reason but the changes establish the government of many years. Recovered the oneself's rights in the past of the whole experiences to all explain, any distress, only can still suffer, mankind all rather is tolerant of, but not intentional abrogation they long since become accustomed to of government. But, be the government consistent abuse the right of strong take the 好夺, and inflexibly pursue this target, good enough to prove its at place people to rule in the absolute 专 system under, so, people there will be the rights, and also have the duty to overthrow this government, and establish the new to guarantee for their future safety. These colonies that this is the circumstances pass by the meekly accept humiliation, and also is they have to changes now the past's reason of system government. Nowadays history of King Britain, again and again profit oneself at the expense of others with strong take the history of the 好夺, and have the direct purpose of these unruly conducts, and is to want to establish in these nations a kind of absoluteness of tyranny. Belong to for the sake of the proof words solid, equitably declare to world the following fact now. He refuses the approval the most beneficial to public benefits, the most necessary law. He forbids the approval of his governor of provinces as to urgently with to the law of importance pass, won't not put off these laws to temporary wait for his approval, once these laws were put off, he completely ignore it. He refuses to grant the admission the other law that the large region provide the people to reclaim and cultivate, unless those people wish the abdication the oneself in the lawmaking representative's power in the organization, but the value that this kind of rights have and can't estimate to them have the tyrant to just be afraid this kind of rights. Official document file that he every locality lawmaking the organization call since inconvenient, to not comfortable and keep off the place to keep the ground to go to open meeting, and its sole object make them tired from rushing around on duty, obey his edict. He again and again dismisses the parliament of each colonies, because they firmly resolute and courageously oppose various rights that he infringe upon people. At dismiss each colony parliament the whole, he to again and long hours refuse another choose the new parliament. But legislative power can't quilt cancel of, for this reason this power have already returned to the large people hand to inside combined to be exercised by them too. It's each nation of our is still signs of danger appearing everywhere, outside have to invade it to get, and inside contain the turmoils foreigner that he make greatest efforts to repress each colony to gain the person's way. For this, he hamper the law, to be naturalized as a citizen. The other encouragement foreigner of pass, refusing and granting the law move to each nation, and increase to assign the term of the new land. He refuses approvals to establish the law of the judicial power, by with the obstruction judicatory fair. He controls the judge's tenure, salary the quantity with pay, from but make judge complete from belong to his personal ambition. He establishes various new as the door, and send the locust pest the official of many sort, 骚扰 our people, and encroach upon the taxes squeezed out of the people. In the peace period, have not yet our lawmaking the organization's approval, he and then in the center station to often have the soldier at us. He makes the troops independence in the domestic affairs power outside, and override in the domestic affairs power on. His same amount person collaborate wives, and place us in a kind is with our system inharmonious, and not rule over for our what law approve under. He returns to grant these persons to try by heat the counterfeiting of system the bill, and arrive at to reach the next true purpose. Station the large quantity armed forces here at us. Use false interrogate to shelter them, and make the premeditated murder that those kill resident of our each nation at large. Cut off our tongue the world, wide locations as trade. Have not yet us to agree and then face the tax law of our strong line. Deprive the rights that we possess jury in the many case inside. Draw up the criminal charges to deport the overseas we to go to try at court. Abrogates in a neighborhood the free system of the England law, establish the arbitrary government there, and extend its the boundary, scheme to make it fast namely become each colony that a kind plank is with proficiency tool, in order to hither promote the governance of same system. Cancel the most precious law that we do ever had of our charter, abrogation, and by the root changes form of our government. Stop halfway our own lawmaking organization, and announce them to by oneself and under all circumstances and all have the power to our lawmaking. He declares us already not in his aegis under, and open hostilities to us, from but abandon the political power here. He is in our waters big for loot, and devastate our coast, and burn our town, and injure us people of life. This time plot, this kind of plot that he in the carrying large quantity the foreign mercenary soldier come completing to kill, break with indulge in atrocities early beginning, its ruthlessness and bad even in the most savage ages too difficult out its right. He is completely unqualified to do the head of state of a civilized nation. He forces in the open sequel our citizen of his captive the compatriot exile, oppose their own nation, and become to kill brutally the oneself the friend with the close relatives as executioner, or die in oneself friend with the close relatives as under charge. He in the center instigate the internal rebellions at uses, and make greatest efforts to instigate those ruthlessness and heartless Indians to kill the our side the Jiang's resident. Know to all, and the Indians' battle method not divide the old yoke of men and women, and all shoot on sight. At these oppress each a petition that stage inside, we that answer who are all and wants to give relief with claim of the most humble language of expression, but the disservice that we are again and again to beg the income arrive to however is again and again. Like this, a monarch, at its personal conduct the good have already beaten to ascend and can see to make is a branding of behavior tyrant, then unqualified do the ruler of freedom people. We are not brothers that have no AUS to read our England. We again and again warned them, organization of their lawmaking to attempted to is horizontal the irrational jurisdiction to at the top of our head. We also reminded them, we to immigrate to combine to settle down to come to condition here. We ever call them born of sense of righteousness is with the liver righteousness that, our sincere chance phrase, invite them to read aloud on they of the same language and race, and leave the these would by all means break us each other to relate to with have dealings with of have no the depredation. For the noise of shouting, they that this kind of come from the justice with according to the blood relationship however also equally ignore completely. Have no alternative, and we have to declare to separate with them we would then treat the similar attitude of other race to treat them, the wartime is an enemy, usually is a friend. Therefore, beautiful benefit that we gather to unite the nation's representative under the mainland meeting, for our various and proper intention, call for the whole world most high justice of Chong, in the name of docile people of each colony also was authorized by them, and we extremely and solemnly declare, and these unite the colony to from now on become, and perfectly deservedly become the freedom with the independence's nation, they relieve the whole duties, phase of the loyal to England. Royal houses to relate to with between Britain nation the whole political to from now on and all break the and must break the conduct and actions there is completely power in nation of independence freedom, they to declare war, with, form alliance, trade with adopt the independent and national duty, bound to adopt with process of the whole activity with affairs. For enhance the conviction, that this declaration, we keep in mind to believe deeply the God to bless to is then our life, wealthing with the heavenliness's honor, guarantee mutually, and together take an oath.